have to say transportation. Very weird, but yeah, transportation.
Could you explain?
So okay, my name is Sylvia Essessien, and I am currently a master's student. I am doing international intellectual property law in Swansea University.
Can you tell us your hometown?
I'm from Cross River State, Nigeria.
Today, we're going to be comparing Nigeria to the UK, and you're going to be giving your personal experience of what it's like to be an international student in the UK. So, what is the biggest difference between living in the UK versus Nigeria?
The biggest difference has to be the weather.
Okay.
Okay, we are it's so hot in Nigeria. We have like 2 seasons. So like here there's like winter, there's spring, there's summer, the weather, I came during the winter period and it was so cold. I went from the hot Nigerian airport to like UK and I was freezing. So that's the biggest difference. Yeah.
When it comes to food, what would you say the biggest differences are there?
When it comes to food, the biggest difference is there's a lot more junk here, a lot more snacks, as opposed to what we Nigerians refer to as real food. Our jollof rice with chicken, our soups, I love soup, I love swallow. So like coming from that to like having to eat like a lot of pasta, a lot of rice, it's been a big, change for me.
Are you able to get your native dishes?
Not necessarily. There's a lot of improvising going on, but like the basic ingredients, at least I can find in Wales. But I think I'll have a better chance finding them in London, actually. Yeah.
And do you think then a student from Nigeria should maybe bring their native foods when they come when to study in the UK?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Please get as much stuff as you can because there's a lot of difficulties finding the ingredients you would need here to make the meals you want. Yeah.
And if we look at the biggest shocks, so when you had a pre-idea of what it would be like to be in the UK, what do you think the biggest shocks were coming in, actually living and studying here?
The biggest
things that caught you off guard.
I have to say transportation. Very weird, but yeah, transportation.
Could you explain?
So where I am, there's no Uber, no boats. So we have yellow cabs and then getting to school, obviously, like you have to get on the bus and stuff like that. So that was a big thing for me because prior to being here, I was like in and out of like Ubers, just going where I want to go to. But now I have to like get on an app and like check when is the bus coming and be out there. That was huge for me. I was missing all my buses. I was late for classes like the first week. It was horrible. So yeah, that has been it.
Any other shocks?
Obviously, language barriers. So we hear a lot of people speak and you're like, sorry, what? I didn't get that. And then you would speak and they don't understand what you're saying sometimes. So that has been another shock. And like I said, the weather too wasn't really a shock. The weather wasn't a shock, but like being in it, yeah, I was
different from hearing about it.
Yeah, it was more than I expected.
Is there a difference in how you learn in Nigeria versus the UK?
Yes, actually. So in Nigeria, for me, we had just a lot of paper stuff, if that makes sense. A lot of hard copy materials. Here is very online, very forward. I don't know how it is currently in Nigeria, but for me, that has been a big difference. Also, just the technique in teaching. The lecturers here are very interested in what you have to say and like how you think. And you can never be wrong here because they'll ask you a question and you're like, you could say the most stupid thing. And it's like, yeah, that's something, But like in Nigeria, you would answer a question and you will know you've messed up because the lecturer wouldn't hide it from you. So yeah, lecturers here are very nice, very easy to talk to because they want you to feel comfortable because everyone needs to grow. But I think in Nigeria, at least my experience, it wasn't that way at all.
So obviously coming to the UK, you came to obviously a different percentage of your own individuals, such as you're coming from obviously a majority Black country to a country of multicultures. What was it like as a Black Nigerian student in the UK studying?
It's been okay because my class, well, actually a lot of Nigerians in my class, so it's not been that, but outside school, I feel like coming across like Indians, Chinese or Asian people is obviously like something that I did not experience a lot in Nigeria, and being here and like being exposed to like all these different types of races, it's really nice. I like it. Open my eyes and just like at the end of the day, everyone is kind of the same. We all have like similar things that connect us in a weird way, no matter where we're from, and you really find out how big of a deal that is when you're here and you're thrown in with all this, Yeah.
And is there anything you think a Nigerian student should be worried about coming to the UK being a Nigerian student?
Not worried, but be mindful. I feel of like a lot of, I won't say judgment for lack of better word. Like I feel like a lot of people look at you and they kind of expect that you're a type of way,
So stereotypes.
A stereotype. Thank you. A stereotype. So they just all look, not all, but most people just look at you and just think, oh, of course you're like loud, you're because you're Nigerian or something, but they find out that like, okay, you're the opposite. There's lots of stereotypes. That's like the basic example I can think of, but there's a lot. So just be mindful of that and don't let anyone kind of tell you who you are, based on their stereotypes of who you should be.
So if you were having a 2-minute conversation with a Nigerian to describe what it's like to be a Nigerian student on the website, how would you summarize it to say what it's like to study in the UK?
I would say it's been fun. It's been so much fun. You realize that there's a whole world out there, different types of people. Also, you realize how fast you can adapt to situations. UK is not easy. So you're like thrown in with a lot of stuff. And on top of that, as in Nigeria, I feel like there's more of a communal kind of setting. So like when you're here, it's kind of like lonely in a weird way because there's almost no, I don't say no social life because people have social lives, of course, but here it's everyone kind of like stays in their corner and minds their business. In Nigeria, I don't think a lot of people mind their business. So coming from that to like here where you could be doing anything and no one cares. Everyone's just like going about their business. If you were doing that in Nigeria, someone would want to ask you a question like, what are you doing? Why are you wearing that short stuff? But like here it's like everyone just does what he wants, and it can be a bit lonely. So that's definitely something that I have come to realize by being here. And I would advise a Nigerian coming in, just you're going to be lonely, you're going to be lonely here. regardless. Just get ready to deal with that situation. Look for stuff that keep you company, maybe a funny movie or like, I don't know, work.